Hi, good evening, my friends. I just thought I'd pop on for a while because I'm making a couple of things that I wanted to show you that I thought would be interesting for you to see. Maybe something you might want to make. You know, it doesn't take too long to make. So one of the things tonight that I'd like to show you is Cornish game hen. So I'm going to make a Cornish game hen and a nice salad for my husband. And I'm going to have something that he doesn't really like too much, but I love, and it's called pasta pizzelle. So basically it's, you could put tubatini, the little pasta, in with the peas and the onions, and it cooks and it's delicious. You put some grated cheese on it and it's a meal. So I'm going to first show you the Cornish game hen and how quick it is to make, and it's delicious, it's adorable. So my hands are clean. I cleaned this off very well with cold water. Clean the inside of the Cornish hen, the outside, all around, okay? And to make sure that it's all clean, okay? And then you can just put it in the, I don't know what you call this in English.
Colander.
A colander. In Italian it's called a scola macaron. So you dry it up, okay? You just take your chicken, you dry it up a little bit, take all the excess water off of it, okay? Just, you know, make it a little dry, okay? Stick it in the pan, okay, that you're gonna use to put in the oven when you put it in the oven. So what I do is, I love garlic. Garlic is so healthy for you. Now my husband, he doesn't love too much garlic. So I didn't put as much as I would if I were having this. But anyway, I throw some fresh cut garlic pieces on the Cornish game hen. And then I take garlic powder, not salt, because salt isn't very good for you. Powder's fine. Actually, I put a lot of powder. I have to go food shopping after and I'm gonna buy more. Again, I love garlic. I love onions. I love oregano as well. And you throw a little bit of oregano on, okay? And then you take your olive oil and you put, not too much olive oil, but you put, make sure you get the olive oil over the Cornish game hen. So it should look pretty much like this before it goes into the oven. Okay? That's more than enough. Now, what I normally like to do is put basil on there. But if you put the basil on first and then put it in the oven, it's going to get all... So what I do is, when it comes out, I throw some basil on the top before I serve it in the plate for dinner. So now, the oven is on 350. It's all ready to go into the oven. And it should stay at least an hour, depending on your stove. Okay, this is a small one. Sometimes I leave it an hour and 15 minutes. But we'll see after an hour how it looks, and I'll show you the end product on how it should look, okay? So this is going to go right into the oven. I preheated it, it's on 350, and so it's 6:15, 7:15 will be an hour, 7:45. No, 7:15 will be an hour, 7:30 will be a little bit more. Okay, grab your favorite beverage and I'll show you how to make the pasta pizzelle. So hope you had a good day today. I actually went to the beach today, and then after the beach, took a shower, changed, and went to the Y, worked out for an hour, and then got home. So we have a Nautilus room across the way, and we joined the YMCA in town, which is great because it has more equipment than across the street. And the equipment is great for, weight-bearing exercise, which I need to do. I have a little bit of osteoporosis in my hip, believe it or not. And so, I don't know, I'm trying to, I don't want to do the medications, the options that they gave me. I'm going to get more into this on a separate video. They wanted me to take Fosamax, and I researched all the side effects, and I'm just not pleased with the side effects. So I don't know at this point. There are a few different options, infusions, but for now I'll do that in another video. But so what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to go to the Y and do weight-bearing exercise, which is supposed to be very good. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. So now, with the pasta pisil, okay, also I have peas in here, fresh frozen peas. Well, they're frozen, but they're not canned. I don't get anything in the can. So these are frozen peas. They're nice and green. And what I did was I added onions. I cut up onions in small pieces, onions, and I'll show you. I washed it a number of times, and this is how it looks. Okay, now, after you wash it, what you should do is get the pan ready, okay? So what I do is I take a coupine, which is a ladle, and what I do is I put one whole ladle of oil in here, okay? And if it looks like it needs a little more, I put maybe another half, okay? And then what I do is I put all of the peas and the onions in here, and I take 4 cups of water, okay? And put the water in. And what I do then is put some garlic powder in with it, okay? And as this cooks, I add more water to it, okay? Because it's got to cook. Now, if you like salt and pepper, that's fine. You could put salt, pepper, whatever you want to put in here, okay? But I don't put any salt. And this is how it should look before it cooks on the burner, okay? Excuse me. Okay, so then what I do is I put this on and let that cook. And it should cook at least cook it an hour and a half, okay? And after that cooks, now you watch it, you keep an eye on it, because when you need to put more water, you put more water, because obviously that will go down after a while, and you add more water. And if you think you need more oil, which I don't need, you add more oil. I don't really like, you know, a lot of the oil to be in there. So that's another meal that's easy to make. After that cooks, then you just add your favorite, you know, my mom used to even cut up the spaghetti, the angel hair, cut it up and put that in there. I don't do that. I like the little tubatini or the little pasta. But you could put anything you want. You could put the little shells in. You boil the water separately. Once that cooks, you boil the water separately with your favorite pasta. You know, I don't like a lot of pasta. I put very little. And I put the little tubatini, the small tubatini. But you could put whatever you want. You could put the little baby shells. You could cut up the spaghetti. You boil the water on the side, and then you mix it together. And then I'll show you the end result. You add some nice grated cheese, and it's delicious. And again, you could have whatever you want with it. You can make this a side dish. You can make it your entree, whatever way you like it. So normally I, you know, would have the Cornish game hen as well, and salad. But, you know, I'm kind of full today because I had my yogurt and my strawberries and banana and blueberries, and I had it kind of late. So I'm not really too hungry. But you can make this as a side dish or an entree. And with your Cornish hen, you can make it with a salad, you can make it with corn on the cob and mashed potatoes. You can do whatever you like. And it's a quick meal. It's quick, it's easy, there's not much of a mess. And it's delicious. So I'll be back when it's cooked, and I'll show you the end results of both the pasta pisio and the Cornish game hens. Also, what I make with, you know, for my husband and for myself, you know, or whoever, sometimes if the kids are here, what I make is I put the same thing as this, the onions, I put chickpeas, and I do the pasta on the side, just like this. Sometimes I make lentils. Sometimes I make, you know, you can make pasta padano with potatoes. There's so many different meals that you can make that are quick and easy. And, you know, pasta fagioli. So the legumes, the lentils, the beans, these are all very healthy. And they're quick, they're delicious. I love them. And they're very healthy and good for you. So you're doing something very good for your body, and it's delicious. So, okay, hope you like, you know, this meal. And I hope you subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. I would really love that. I love doing videos, and I hope you enjoy them, you know, and enjoy the meals that I am trying to show you. Even though they're Italian meals that I had as a child, I'm just trying to make them a little healthier than the way I used to have them. You know, they used to put salt on everything, bacon with this meal. They would throw in bacon, which is delicious, by the way, with the bacon. I mean, if you want to throw bacon in there, it is delicious. And then the grated cheese on top, it is delicious. But I don't use the bacon, you know. I'm trying to make it as healthy as possible for my husband, and for myself as well. So, okay, I'll see you back here when it's ready. Okay, friends, so I'm back, and it was an hour, and what I did was, after I left you, I boiled these little shells, because I have to go do food shopping. So I had these little shells, and actually these are elbow macaroni. I'm sorry, they're not shells. I thought usually I put little shells, but so these are the elbow macaroni. So I only put a little bit of the pasta in. I boiled the water after this was done, and I could show you how it looks like, you know, in the pan as well. When it's ready, looks like that. I just add a little bit of pasta. Ooh, it's hot. And this is your end result on how it looks. And what we do is you just add some Pecorino Romano cheese, and it is delish. And again, you could put whatever you like. You could put salt, pepper, whatever you like. And then, just for a taste, it's delicious. Delicioso. Very good. Now I'm going to show you. And again, you could put whatever pasta you like. I'm going to show you the end result. The finished product of the finished product of the little chicken cup, the Cornish game hen. Okay. It is so hot. So this is after an hour of cooking it. It's perfectly ready. And I'm just going to make a nice salad for my husband. And that's it for tonight's dinner. So that was pretty fast, an hour. And you have the Cornish game hen, and you have the pasta piselli. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Until I see you next time, stay happy, stay healthy. I love you all. See you next week, God willing.